I remember a mentor once telling me that for the longest time, he couldn't quite grasp what I was trying to create with my life. And this was someone who had been a professor for me in my master's of pastoral studies program. He said, then one day it clicked for him. He realized he'd been staring at the back of my life's tapestry where the threads looked scattered and messy. But when he finally turned it around, he saw the beautiful picture I'd been weaving all along. And that imagery has really stayed with me. And I sometimes find myself caught up in the back of my own life's tapestry, feeling lost and unsure, like taking a really microscopic look at one thread. And then I realized that when I take a step back, I can see the intricate design that's always been there. And spiritual companioning is one of the ways I find that space to pause and gain perspective. Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about what spiritual companioning can do for you. And maybe you're wondering, what's the difference between spiritual companioning and therapy? How is it going to help me in a way that therapy can't help me? Can I not just go to therapy and get the same results? Or I don't really feel like I need therapy. I don't feel like I need help with anything. I don't have any issues right now. Everything in my life is great. Why would I go to spiritual companioning if I don't have any issues? What can you really get out of spiritual companioning? What can you reasonably expect? I would say that particularly right now and the time that we're living in, that it has helped me keep a bigger picture of things about my life and how to orient myself and how to move forward when things feel really uncertain. And so that's one of the things that you can maybe expect from walking with a spiritual companion. This path of spiritual companioning is deeply personal. There's not really a one-size-fits-all solution, but I can share some of the profound transformations I've witnessed, both in myself and others, as we walk this journey together. And to represent that with this painting, I'm going to be creating a kind of a very abstract back of the tapestry type of painting for you. So one of the first things that I noticed in myself and in others is that there's this deepening spiritual awareness. So maybe you're out for a walk and you suddenly notice how the sunlight filters through the trees, casting a golden glow, and it feels sacred to you. That's the kind of awareness spiritual companioning can nourish and nurture. It's not about learning new beliefs or following a strict path. It's about uncovering the sacred that's already woven into your life. Those everyday moments you might have been a little too busy or stressed out to notice before. So you might start to experience your daily routines in a new light, finding a new depth in some of those simple moments. It could also be really subtle, like feeling gratitude during a quiet morning or sensing a connection to something greater during a brief pause in the day. And these shifts can bring a renewed sense of presence and wonder into your days. It helps you to be a little more intentional about what you're believing and what you're practicing. And for some people, and certainly there were several years there for me where it was really just an accountability partner. It was someone who I knew I was going to be with every month and talk about my spirituality. And it helped me focus on that and take it seriously. It was something that I thought was really important to being a holistic person, being a spiritual person. And when I say spiritual person, I mean, in the broadest sense possible, focusing on your spirituality is focusing on the ways that you find meaning in life. For some people, life is meaningful through their particular faith, which is probably the most common connection with spirituality. But for many, religion isn't a thing that they're as involved in, or maybe not involved at all. And I really feel like there's enough room for people to find meaning in other ways that are just as rich as the ones that are provided by religious institutions. So just think of spirituality when I say that. Know that I'm meaning. How do you make meaning in life? What is meaningful for you? Some of the bigger life questions. Why are you here? what's your purpose in life, it is important to feel like your life is meaningful and to know the ways in which your life is meaningful and the ways that you make life meaningful. Another thing that I've noticed is personal growth and transformation. And it's hard to always pinpoint it exactly to spiritual companioning because it's a more subtle practice, similar to most spiritual practices. But you might really start to recognize that there are different seasons of your life, times of change, times of rest, times of growth or fruition, and they make more sense when we can pause and reflect on those. And so through spiritual companioning, I've witnessed people find strength during massive transitions like career shifts, losses, or even just that uncomfortable feeling of being stuck where you are. And I've been there too. After sustaining a concussion over a year ago, I've had to navigate the grief of not being able to go the way I used to. Spiritual companioning helps me rest and learn that growth often happens in the quiet, unseen places. It's like winter right now, both outside and inside of my life, and everything looks still, but beneath the surface, the roots are stretching deeper, preparing for spring. And then there's change. Perhaps you're in the middle of a significant life transition. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with uncertainty. Over time, companioning may help you see this period not as an end, but as an opening, a chance to rediscover what really matters to you. By leaning into the discomfort, you may find clarity and even joy in the possibilities ahead. And then we think about growth and those times when life seems to push you out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're struggling with feeling inadequate after taking a new role in your personal or professional life. Companioning may help you start to see those changes as opportunities to grow, not just professionally, but spiritually. You may begin to trust your voice and lead with authenticity, transforming the way you approach both life and work. When it comes to fruition, I think of the moments that feel like a harvest. Maybe you find yourself reconnecting with a long-lost passion like painting or gardening. It can feel like coming home to yourself, with your passion becoming a source of deep joy and connection. So every season, change, rest, growth, and fruition has something to teach us. And through spiritual companioning, you might find yourself not just moving through these cycles, but embracing them as part of your journey. And then there's something that I think is really helpful right now, which is clarity and discernment. So if you feel like things are piling up and you don't know where to start, spiritual companioning can offer a space for you to untangle all of that. You can lay it all out, your doubts, your dreams, your fears, and then you just breathe. When the noise of daily life quiets, you might start to hear that inner wisdom that you have a little more clearly. It can be like holding a mirror up to your soul and finding clarity in decisions that once felt really overwhelming. And then that clarity can help you make decisions in a less stressful way and in a more grounded way in what truly matters to you. I want to circle back a little bit to that awareness of the sacred. So what if the sacred isn't something far away or mysterious? What if it's right here in the trees, the laughter of a friend, the stillness before sleep? Spiritual companioning can help you tap into that sense of wonder, whatever sacred looks like for you. Over time, you might begin to notice the sacred in those small everyday moments that used to go unnoticed. This awareness could bring a sense of calm, connection, and even joy as you deepen your relationship with the world around you. Before we move on, if you found any of this resonating with you, I do invite you to like the video or maybe subscribe to the channel. And so this is one way that you can help support the growth of this community, but also ensure that you'll receive content that nurtures your own journey of spiritual connection and personal transformation. And every time someone likes or subscribes, it does help this channel reach more people who are looking for what we're exploring together. the space to pause, reflect, and grow. All right, let's keep going with our exploration. And let's talk a little bit more about integrating your spirituality into daily life and how spiritual companioning can help with that. So, what if your spirituality didn't live in isolated pockets, like only during meditation or prayer, but instead flowed into your whole day? And so your whole life was a practice of spirituality. Perhaps you start to feel the sense of alignment in how you approach your daily tasks, interact with others, your family, your pets in the natural world, and moments of reflection. It could look like finding mindfulness in something as ordinary as cooking a meal or pausing during a busy day to connect with what grounds you. Spiritual companioning can help create that space for spirituality to become an integral part of your life, infusing even the most mundane moments with meaning. There's also something profoundly healing about being truly seen and heard. And in spiritual companioning, it's not about me giving you answers or your spiritual companion giving you answers. It's about creating a space where you feel safe to explore your journey. We just hold the map while you find your way. Many find that having someone hold the space for them helps them feel more grounded and empowered to embrace their own path. This support can provide the encouragement needed to explore new perspectives and navigate challenges. At some point, you may uncover a sense of purpose you didn't even know you were looking for. Spiritual companioning can help you identify what brings you joy, fulfillment, and alignment with your values. It might mean exploring new ways to share your gifts with the world, deepening your relationships, or simply reconnecting with what makes you feel alive. Over time, this renewed purpose can bring a sense of fulfillment that transforms how you move through life. What can you expect from spiritual companioning? Growth, clarity, connection, purpose, and most of all, a deeper sense of alignment with your truest self. The journey is uniquely yours, but you don't have to walk it alone. You don't need to have it all figured out to begin. You just have to take that first step. And if you're ready, I and many of my colleagues are here to walk alongside you. So let's start this journey together. Reach out and let's see where it leads. All right, and there's the back of the tapestry, folks. It looks pretty messy. That's kind of what it looks like.